it is now a couple months into this season of surviving solo Minecraft, so I figured it'd probably be time to do a quick little world tour just to have a bit of a catch up on what's going on and see some of the things I've been working on in the background. So, I suppose we'll start here, which is on my roof apparently. Well, is on my roof. So, obviously this is the little area around my house. We've got, the stables, little hedge maze, my little farm area. There we go. In here, there's not a whole lot up here, little map. My little golem that is not really sorting anything at the moment. And my little smelting setup. Then we've got what is the main room of the house, which has a couple bits of storage, bed, my 2 pets. You still don't have a name. Probably would be good to have suggestions on that one. And little jelly cat. Then if we go down here again, nether portal, little tiny sugarcane farm, enchanting area, brewing area which I haven't actually used, some light storage, and the little to-do wall, which doesn't actually have a lot on it. I think that's everything in that little spot. Then if we go down through here, which this tunnel is sort of half done, sort of. Now this tunnel actually goes back into what was, the little day 1 hidey hole, which, there was a bed there at one point, was storage, crafting, smelting, all of that sort of stuff. It's nighttime. That sort of comes out into the little front door of it. And, little auto lava setup, that sort of stuff. Down this way is into the mines. There's not a whole lot down here. It just goes down a fair way. There's that tunnel, which doesn't go very far. There's also a couple of slime chunks around. Another little tunnel. There's a lot of little bits and pieces. There's this area, which will make more sense when you see what's up above it. This is sort of the very bottom area for what will be the storage room eventually, which then goes further down into all the way down here, which is really just, deep slate, mine, looking for diamonds, mostly redstone, though. Couple of little branch mines. Most of it is just down here, which in reality was just me looking for redstone. Then all the way back up. If you have the slightest peek, you can sort of see where I've been working. Quickly pass on. Yeah, this little tunneling is mostly so I can run around day or night and not have to worry about mobs. And I will finish that tunnel eventually. There is one thing to go look at in the desert, but that'll be done in a bit later. Just one thing. Sleep. Mostly because a couple of the other things are, outside, and I've got to see if I remember where everything is. Yeah. Don't get hit by a skeleton. Yeah. Stables, which have been well and truly seen up close in the previous episode. Now if we go back over this way and up onto the hill, go around the Wandering Trader. Funnily enough, I have not explored that one yet. Yeah, over this way, there's the sort of project. Yeah, you can just get a peek through the trees. This one has, well, this is the first one. This one is being shown. It's just a little bit, just, yeah. These chests and these chests are completely full. Which makes sense when you see that I've kind of been digging a little bit of a hole. Now, this is of course for the long-term storage. It is a little bit of overkill. But it is also, I think I'm going to turn it into a bit of a mega base, as well as a storage room. I just wanted to make sure there'd be plenty of space to store things. Yeah, it's not got I've got like, 16 or so more layers to go down, and then this project will actually go into its, well, not just prep phase, given that this hole is just the prep. Actually, there is stuff to see down here. It's another thing I didn't do on camera. Yes. The long way down. I could run into slimes here just because there is at least a couple of slime chunks that overlap areas. Mostly in that corner, which is where I'm going. Been a little bit of lighting up done, so that you can see in the distance my little obsidian farming spot. I'm slowly turning that lava lake into not a lava lake. Yeah, slimes. So down this way, which is a very windy tunnel. It keeps going down. So, while I was lighting up the cave, I found a zombie spawner, and so I've turned it into a little XP / rotten flesh farm, which has actually been very helpful. And of course I need the rotten flesh for the handful of clerics I have. Yeah, that was a fun one I did, just at random. It turned out far better than I thought it would, given that I kind of just looked up the mechanics of the spawner and built based off that. Yeah. Geode. Which actually, there are things I can collect off that one. Yeah, at the moment I need a lot of this. Because I do plan on doing a bit of a like a layered glass floor in the storage area. It'll sort of be, what is it? Tinted glass and like candles and lanterns for the floor. So it's not going to go down quite as far as the like the actual usable space isn't going to go down. Yeah, all the way to where I originally dug out. Yeah, there's caves all through this. Oh, yeah, there will be glass in the little cave spots. I thought about just, filling in the walls and having it as plain walls, but I kind of want to use more glass just to show off the original caves. Of course, yeah, a couple more layers, just a few. And so yeah, there'll be about, I think I've planned to do it black wool for the bottom and sides of where the tinted glass will go, and then it will be, I've tested 4 layers of glass with the candles and the lanterns in between, which will be a lot more glass than a lot more tinted glass than I currently have, and wool, a lot more wool than I currently have. Yeah, that's a big project that's sort of in the works. Now we get to head over to the iron hall. Yeah, can't remember if I already said it. This is sort of at the moment being called the pit or the quarry. I've used a lot of the stone from this one. And I still have a lot more I can use. Now we head over this way. I've done a little bit more, a lot bit more on this one. So far, doesn't look like it when you run up this angle, but yeah. Little trading hall. Although I don't think I can call it little. The actual trading hall is, up there. There's a cub around. Yeah. I've actually, if we come into this area is sort of going to be another little storage area just for stuff that comes out of the iron farm and the trading hall. And there might be a little map area down here in a little bit. Yeah. More of the walls have been done. I've actually put a floor over part of it. Roof over part of it. So it's slowly becoming enclosed. Yeah, I've done this for each of the corners. I haven't done the little arches all the way around yet. Yeah, bee farm. And with the sun setting, it does give a good reason to go down here. Yeah, little AFK spots. I've done some decorating down in the storage area for the bee farm, including skulk on the floor and this little window bit. And in here is my little AFK spot. And it's not quite night time, so I can't sleep, but yeah. I've done this little spot with layered glass in each of these. Is it night time? It's night time. Sleep in the coffin. This little coffin area was inspired by Tango. And then back up here, when I can actually get out of here. Then, yeah, that happens sometimes. Up in here, there's the trading hall, and yeah, the iron farm and all of that sort of stuff. And I should, if they haven't decided to walk into there, I should have two free. Well, I have at least one of them still wandering around. I've got some free range villagers, just because they don't want to connect up to their workstations in their little cubby holes. So yeah, there's a little bit going on in this spot. What's the time? Then, if we go this way through the trading hall and continue on in sort of that direction, we get to another mob farm, which was made a little bit earlier in the season than the zombie spawner one was. So I'll still probably be using the original one I made, but the zombie one's probably going to getting more use nowadays. Because it's a long trip out here. First mob farm I've ever made. I definitely had to watch a tutorial for that one. I can't remember which tutorial I watched, but yeah, that one was most definitely a tutorial. It's a long way up to this one. I haven't been here in a while, so I forgot exactly how long it takes to actually get up to here. Yeah. mob farm. I get a couple of different things from this one, so I do use this one occasionally. There's not really a whole lot else out this far. So yeah. Mob farm. Probably enough time to head back. And of course, my favourite way to get down from here is just to jump straight into the water. And then swim back this way. There's a pillager outpost in that sort of direction. But haven't really been there, nor do I really want to. Yeah, now back I go. There's a reason why I don't really use the mob farm very often. It was very useful for, you know, the earlier bit of the season. There's just such a long trek out whenever I want to use it. Yeah, I need to do more of the archways. For that one, yeah, eventually these two will be relocated to, you know, the little pit, just to help out there. Nope, when they've helped there, they'll probably be moved around to a different little project. Of course, there's the ancient city in that direction, but that's not really a current project. It's a future project to go through that one. And this next one does require a bit of will probably be the last one will require a bit of a trip to the Nether. It's time to go see the Blaze Farm. And I'm going to go into peaceful to-dos just for the sheer fact that the Nether is difficult enough as it is. Oh. Apparently something had died there. Okay. Yeah. My little safety box. Yeah. The small tunnel that goes that way that doesn't have a whole lot in it. I think this is just a tunnel. Okay. Never mind. I do think there is actually something. It is actually down this tunnel. I obviously have not been back in the Nether for a little while. Yep, this is the direction I need to go. Fortress. up the most definitely safe. Staircase of absolute no safety. Making sounds I don't want to hear. Yeah. That way. I've got to remember if I know the way around the fortress. Yes. I put a torch. There we go. So, this here is the entrance to the Blaze Farm. I really should not try and do this backwards because yeah, I should pay attention. Yeah, Blaze Farm. I followed a tutorial for this because I've, before this, never built a Blaze Farm. Yeah. Haven't really done much else in the Nether. But yeah, blazes. Of course, buttons everywhere. For safety. So many buttons to do absolutely nothing. I suppose back to the overworld. Back in time for night. So I think that's everything that's currently being worked on or has been done. So that'll probably do it for this tour of the world, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Just wanted to dig a hole. This is fine.